Hey guys, what's up? How are you doing? I am dressed like a minion today, and I didn't even realize it until I was on a call with my friend, and he was like, "Are you dressed as a minion today?" I was like, "Ah, yeah." I love minions, which is why that makes me so happy. So today, I just want to talk a little bit, hopefully a very short video about masculine versus feminine energies. I want to reintroduce or initially introduce you to the concept of being able to distinguish the difference of when you're using your masculine versus your feminine, and then a few handy hints about a few handy hints about how you can switch from masculine to feminine depending on what you're trying to do. I hope you'll find this helpful. Please let me know. Also, if you have some tips that really, really work well for you that I haven't included, please let me know, because this is something that I'm really excited about right now because I am discovering it about myself. I am literally living, breathing, working, learning it. So any tips you have, please share them with me. I would be so, so grateful. So I'm literally just going to dive in first of all in terms of the masculine versus feminine energies. Traditionally, it was really, if you're a man or a male, if you're a male, you have masculine energy. If you're a female, you have feminine energy. But that is not the case anymore. It is way, way deeper now. I am not an expert in any way. I do not proclaim to be an expert. I'm just sharing what I've known, what I've seen, what I'm learning through the process, and what I know so far. So if you can even correct me, I would be so helpful, so grateful. Why can't I speak today? It's because it's Friday. Anyway, I'm not an expert in any way, but this is what I've chosen to believe based on findings. Most of those findings are either through conversations with other people who are going through it, or through friends and courses and Google, a whole lot of Google. So please correct me if I'm wrong. Or better still, challenge me if you disagree with it. Tell me why you disagree with it. Let's debate. Let's discuss. Let's hear your view. You know me. I'm all for hashtag no filter. So let me know. One of the things that I do know is that these two energies are real, and we tap into them every single day. You might not call them masculine and feminine, maybe you call them alpha and beta, as one of my friends told me very, very recently, today actually. So I'm still learning. But either way, the moral of the story, the moral of the video is these energies are real. And knowing what they are and what they can do is a game changer, because based on what you're working on, what you're trying to do, what you're trying to prove, you can switch between those energies and deliver or not deliver, or react or not react. You can really, really control how you come out based on those, knowing, understanding those energies. Seriously, guys, I cannot stress this enough. It's a game changer in terms of mastering yourself and understanding how things work for you. So, masculine energies are generally focused on one task at a time, very goal orientated, stable, strong, structured, logical, driven. And the masculine energy is analytical, it's impatient, it's assertive, it's very much push and go orientated. And during a problem, it has one sole goal, and that's to find a solution. Nothing to do with emotions or what that solution consequences are going to be, but literally just find a solution. It's that, A to B straightforward, the masculine energy. Now, when it comes to the feminine energy, it's very much feeling and seeing everything, going with the flow, very receptive, soft, fluid. Some of the words that describe it: nurturing, sensual, even empathetic, flexible, and the list can go on and on and on. But when it comes to problem solving, it's like there is a very deep desire to share and connect, not just to solve the problem, but to really be empathetic, to understand it, and then be able to share the problem and connect to the problem. When you're using your feminine energy in problem solving, you want to be pursued or sought after or honored, and need to feel safe and understood. Now, I'm not saying this is females or this is males. I'm saying these are the energies we are using when we're tapping into those specific emotions or conversations or activities or any of those characteristic traits when they're very heavy at that time. Let's say if you're very much going with the flow and just saying yes right now, it's all about using your feminine energy. If you're very much, okay, how do I fix it? How do I fix it? How do I fix it? Like most of these computer scientists or doctors and nurses, researchers, how they're trying to figure out COVID-19, like how do I fix it? How do I fix it? Solution. It's masculine energy. It's not, oh, okay, let me empathize with them. Yep, I know they're feeling pain. All right, let me. And that's not saying male versus female. This is something that I know I've said it already, but I want to emphasize. I'm not saying male versus female. I'm saying masculine or alpha energy versus feminine or beta energy. So another really interesting piece is how to switch between those energies. So once you start understanding what sort of tasks, jobs, activities require which energy, and you need to switch between the two, it's important to figure out how you switch between the two. So like for me today, for example, I was trying to do planning. And to do planning, it's A to B, it's solution. So it's masculine energy. And I really wanted to tap into that feminine energy, energy, which by the way, I also found out is felt on the top half of the body. And then the feminine energy is the bottom half of the body. So I've been noticing if and when I'm dancing, which part of me is moving more, and I can sort of tell which energy is heavier during that moment. Now, if you wanted to change into being more masculine, there's things like working out in a challenging way. Have boys' nights. Participate. Well, okay, I suppose that's more for men, the boys' nights, but participate in a challenge. You don't have to win, but just that whole sense of competition and figuring out a solution of how you're going to win is already changing your brain so that you're thinking like that. There is one which I found really interesting, and it's focusing. So stare at something with complete focus, right? Literally look at it, whether it's a wall, something on the wall, a painting, a dot, literally anything, but stare at it in an aggressive way, as if you're ready to fight. Be really aggressive. Even squint your eyes. My eyes are still open, by the way, even though it doesn't look like it. You squint your eyes, you furrow your brow, and you flare your nostrils just a little bit. Like, get aggressive, and then start breathing faster and faster, as if you're angry, even though you're not, and just do everything that feels natural as you're getting into that whole aggressive / intimidating, because masculine energy also has that protect element. Masculine energy wants to protect something, and so obviously that's the only way I can really describe it right now. But do that, and once you've done it, go into like a low growl, like stomach grumbling. I'm so bad at this, but subtle is better here, because if you look at even a Pride of Lions, or what's it called? What's that movie? Lion King. The one who's in charge is not necessarily the loudest. Sometimes they're the quiet one in the corner, but they know they have their authority and they don't need to constantly exert their authorities. I'm so bad with names. Look at Mufasa and his brother. I can't remember his name. But anyway, look at how they are. The loudest one is the one who's not the leader. The leader is the one who's quiet and who's chilled. So it's just an example. This is masculine energy, not males versus female. Masculine energy. Some females have more masculine energy than males, and some males have more masculine energy than females. So just keep remembering that as I keep saying it. But yeah, that's a really good way to switch from your feminine to your masculine energy. Now, if you wanted to switch from your masculine to your feminine energy, some of the things that you could do is more self-care. If it's getting your nails done, doing your makeup, pampering yourself with a face mask, a foot scrub, dancing, because it's feminine energy is very much about being, whereas masculine is very much about doing, like I mentioned in the beginning. Have a bath with oils, just be creative, be fun, basically don't put any pressure on yourself. Just roll with it. is the easiest way I can explain feminine energy. Just go with the flow. And the last piece I wanted to really mention is give a few examples of jobs, because the reason I recorded this video was because I had a question asking, how do I know when I'm using the masculine versus the feminine? So a few examples of jobs, not only these jobs and not only men or not only women work in these jobs, it's about your energies. But hopefully you can look at these jobs and see what sort of tasks they involve, and what part of your brain or heart or whatever it is it activates, and it will help you start thinking about whether you're in a masculine energy requiring or a feminine requiring job, feminine energy requiring job, and then you can tap between those two depending on what you're working on. So a few examples of the masculine energy would be something like financial advisor, computer scientists, machineries, actuaries, paramedics, web developers. And then when it comes to the feminine side, in terms of feminine energy, not person, I know I say this multiple times, but I just want to emphasize to you that I'm talking about purely energy. So alpha versus beta. Alpha being masculine, beta being feminine, if you prefer to use those terms. An example of feminine jobs would be teachers, cashiers, bloggers, dancers, artists, promoters, babysitters, stylists, the creative side of things. Energy, not people. I know I'm saying this multiple times, but please, I really want to emphasize I'm talking about energies and not people. I just want to end, it's just literally a quick short video. I just want to end it on saying that basically, when you recognize these energies and you're able to tap into the right one when it comes to a task, whether it's at home or at work, with family, with relationships, with even conversations, it is a game changer. It is honestly, it's a game changer. If you're working on something, or if you know you need to project plan, you need to be creative, you need to whatever, if you need to project plan, for example, or plan an event, you switch into your masculine energy for the planning, for the deadlines, for the timings, for the logistics, all that stuff. And then when it comes to the creative side, you switch into your feminine so that you can really make it creative. And knowing how you can tap in between these two, it just makes it so much easier. You know those times when you've got a task to do and you're just like, yeah, I'll get to it. Yeah, eventually I'll get to it. And you don't actually get to it, or you don't do it to the best of your ability. That's because you're in the opposite required energy for that task and you don't realize it. So knowing this, you're able to tap into it. If you have a specific deadline, you're able to plan your day. Okay, this is what I need to do this morning. So this morning I need my masculine energy. I need to focus. I need to be serious. I need to be less creative, that sort of thing. Sorry, Siri just answered me when I said serious. So yeah, it's just literally, this is just an introduction to the energies, what we can do with the energies and how powerful they can be, what sort of tasks, how these energies react within our bodies, so that you can plan your best life. So let me know if you agree, if you have comments, if you disagree, if you have any other good ways that I can switch energies, because this is something I'm going through right now. So I'm not an expert, but I know enough to help someone who doesn't know anything, or to at least introduce you into this topic. While also talking about it, I'm activating my mind and learning my knowledge, increasing my knowledge. And obviously I'm still doing the research into it and getting to know more, but this is so powerful. Knowing when to tap between your masculine and feminine energies is a game changer. You can be so productive, so productive, and you can switch between the two once you become an expert, apparently. So one of my friends, she says that she can switch between the two energies very quickly and somewhat easily. So when you get to that point, it's like, okay, I need to plan, switch. Masculine, plan, done. Okay, I need to be creative, switch. Feminine, done. Imagine how you'll just get stuff done. Tick, 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 tick. Because I'm just looking for an easy way and a fun way to do it. I ain't trying to make it difficult for myself or time consuming. So yeah, definitely let me know what you think and click subscribe wherever subscribe is, or drop a like, drop a comment. Do you agree? What would you add? What's different for you? Can you relate? Am I completely wrong? I am learning here, and I want us to learn together. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.